Okay. The skills, I'm using Puncture with 2 enhancements and getting vulnerability from it. For the core skill, we're using Twisting Blades, max ranks into this, and 1 more from items, and then you take the enhancements with the cooldown reduction. Over here, we've got 3 ranks of Weapon Mastery, 1 into Shadowstep, and reduced cooldown for Shadowstep, 1 into Dash, no enhancements. Over here, we got Smoke Grenade and Enhanced Smoke Grenade, none of the secondary enhancements, 3 ranks of Exploit for increased damage, no base ranks of Shadow Imbuement, but I have bonus ranks of it from items to grant me that. Then Shadow Crash and Consuming Shadows, 1 point each. Then down here, 2 points of Innervation. That's the skill build. We're using these along the action bar like this. Then we've got a Source of Barrier on the helmet. On the weapon, we deal increased damage when barrier is active, and we have mitigation of ranged attacks when we have barrier active as well to help preserve the barrier and have this damage buff for longer. The Smoke Grenade also helps with increasing the duration we get to keep our barrier and keep that damage boost. On the gloves, we've got the Imbuement bonus that makes it when I activate Shadow Imbuement, it pops and applies everything immediately. Then on the legs, we've got this really powerful defensive ability. On the boots, we have a Shadowstep bonus, which I consider basically essential. This is a very powerful mobility bonus. On the necklace is where we put our Twisting Blades bonus. On the ring, we have skills deal increased damage based on resource. I think that's one of the more powerful offensive aspects you can get. And we have damaging an elite enemy with basic skill generates 7 energy to help keep the resource high to keep this bonus strong. The weapons, we have a basic skill speed enhancement effect on that one, and we have critical strikes with core skills, increase attack speed by 40% for 3 seconds right there. This build allows us to fly through dungeons. The cooldown reduction from Twisting Blades, combined with 2 mobility abilities, both Shadowstep and Dash, get us moving through there and just deleting enemies very quickly. Exclamation point build. Perfect. Okay, we did it, boys. It's all set now. And I'll figure something else out later that's a little bit better. But for now, we have a decent way to show the build to people. That was a pretty quick explanation. Ooh, legendary. I learned, actually, if you leave a legendary on the ground, you can just, your stash, it automatically shows up in your stash. Next time there's a legendary, I will actually show you what I mean. The next legendary that drops, we're not even going to pick it up. Nice, left a guy alive so I could shadow step to him. I did it by accident once, and like Ben was visiting my stash and was like, "What's this? Like loot that wasn't picked?" It had a like new stash tab for like loot that you forgot to pick up or something like that. Ooh, see, look, this is a running guy, and I shadow stepped to him twice, so it gave me, like, because he moves so fast. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier, when you've got a mob that's resetting to its basic position. If you've got some shadow step charges, you can get some pretty good distance out of that. Okay, there's an amulet on the ground. We're actually just going to leave it there. Okay? Intentionally. And I'm going to see if see if this mechanic works the way I think it does. I hope you get it, otherwise you will never see that amulet again. True, but also, this game's gonna be done. You know, at the end of today, we're not gonna be able to do Diablo 4, and this character's gonna be deleted by the next time Diablo 4, you know, is accessible. So, like, a ranged weapon is a stat stick, essentially, if I'm playing melee. Yeah, basically. Like, I'm using Puncture, which is a ranged ability, so that when I use Puncture, it uses the weapon damage off of my crossbow, and when I use Twisting Blades, it uses the combined weapon damage of my 2 melee weapons. Okay, so we left an amulet on the ground. We also had an amulet in our inventory. That's fine. We got that earlier. So I'm going to leave dungeon, and then I'm going to town portal. Then, okay, we're outside here. Then, so I did leave dungeon so that my town portal, you know, goes right back to the dungeon. I don't know if I should just town portal directly out of the dungeon. If I can town portal directly out of the dungeon and then I can reset the dungeon while I'm in town, I wonder if when I take the town portal back, if it'll pop me into a fresh instance of the dungeon. Okay, so now we come over here to the stash. Look, it's glowing red. Lost items have been sent to your stash. Protecting necklace. When hit while not healthy, a magical bubble is summoned, whatever. Imbuement skills, crowd control, duration. So you click it, and then it goes into one of your stash tabs. Which one? Where did it go? Which stash tab did it go into? This one? Yeah, here it is. Protecting necklace.